Hello, hi guys, welcome to the Two Docs Podcast. I'm Dr. Ellie here.
And I'm Dr. Ingia. Welcome to the podcast. Two medical doctors generally speak about stuff which are non-medical, sometimes medical, mostly non-medical.
Yes. Last week, we were talking about how traveling could be beneficial for your health.
Yeah, makes you healthy.
Makes you healthier. Right, so these are some of our fun yet
Informative
topics.
Yeah.
This week, I'm going to do a little bit of a book review. Read this book and I think the gist of it is very interesting. It's called The 4-Hour Workweek. Heard of it?
Yeah, I've kind of heard of the 4-hour work week, whereby in an entire week you only work 4
hours. And apparently, you can be just as productive, if not even more.
How so?
However, let's take it with a pinch of salt because not every job allows you to do a
4
4-hour week. For example, as a doctor, very difficult. But not impossible.
Not impossible,
right? But
very difficult.
Very difficult if you're thinking in the conventional way. All right, so anyway, this book is written by Timothy Ferriss, F-A-R-I-S-S. If you're looking out for it, it's called The 4-Hour Workweek. So basically what happened with Tim Ferriss was that he was running a nutritional supplement company and was getting himself really burnt out. Then he decided to take a sabbatical and he went holiday, which is supposed to be beneficial for health.
Yep.
Want to know more? Check our last episode. Cross-marketing. So anyway, during his sabbatical, he realized he could still run the company. And in fact, he ran it just as good as he was when he was doing a 40-hour work week. And he made improvements. And over time, he realized he could actually just work 4 to 5 hours a week and still achieve the same productivity.
But that is him working 4 to 5 hours a week.
Correct.
But did his staffs work 4 to 5 hours a week?
Let's see how that goes up and applies. Right. So basically what has happened is they call it, or at least he defines it as the new rich, the lifestyle of the new rich. Now, with the 4-hour work week, he has this principle called DEAL, D-E-A-L. And basically it means, number one, you want to change definition. So the first definition is, what do you define as rich? So traditionally, when we say someone is rich, we define them as being wealthy, lots of money.
Yep.
Right? And because you're wealthy, what can you do? You're able to travel and do the things that you like to do and have more time for yourself. Now, he says, what if you just change the definition? You don't really need to have money to have that kind of lifestyle or lifestyle. So if your goal is to be able to travel, it doesn't mean you need $1 million in your bank.
That's true.
You actually can go travel and make enough just to fulfill that dream.
That's true.
Have the time for yourself. So our definition, and I think it's common, especially in Asia, we define wealth, or we define our life as we need to accumulate wealth. Work hard, make money, put the money in a bank, and if you are smarter, you go and invest, but it's still kept somewhere. Buy a house, buy a couple of houses, maybe have a car, and save up for children education, and work really hard till the day you retire. Then use all this to achieve the life that you want, which is to travel or do the things that you want to do. Now, the new rich or the lifestyle of today is people want to do it now rather than at 60.
Of course.
Because at 60, there's no guarantee.
Yeah, there's no guarantee you live to 60,
Correct.
number one. Secondly, there's no guarantee at the age of 60 whether you still get to enjoy all the things that you want to enjoy now.
Yep. And that's provided if nothing happens in
nothing
between
happens to you,
that stops you from doing. You might be healthy, you might be that, but you may not be financially sound.
That's true.
Yeah. So change the definition. You need to define. So with his principle of DEAL, number one, define what you really want. How does your life change? So if you want to travel, you don't really need to be a millionaire. You can actually start traveling. Travel to the places that you want. What is the minimum entry requirement? And you will work for that. And therefore, you change that perspective. Second way of changing the definition is happiness. So a lot of people believe that being happy is not to be sad or not to be unfulfilled. But there is a different definition. Someone is happy when they are actually not bored.
Someone is happy when they're not bored.
When you're not bored, because when you're bored, right, you actually lose that excitement in life.
That is true. So it means that you have to do something.
that's
Continue
exciting.
to do something exciting.
Correct. So when you're excited, regardless whatever it is, when you're excited, you are actually happy. So the same thing. If you're in a job, are you happy in your job? What does that mean? Are you excited over your job? Or are you just going in, being really bored, waiting for the time to end? And you can't really say, I'm happy at my job, yet I'm bored at what I'm doing. Because happiness is not absence of sadness or that is actually absence of boredom. So when you change the definition or you redefine all these things, you'll find that that will be the first step towards sort of achieving your 4-hour work week. So first, change your definition. Second thing, DEL. Second thing, E is elimination. Elimination. So a lot of times when we work, we have a lot of unproductive things that happen.
Okay.
Unproductive things that happen. For example, meetings.
Okay, so you want to eliminate meetings.
You want to eliminate meetings. A lot of meetings can be eliminated, number one, or it can actually be cut down. Eliminate the time wastage. So a lot of times when we set meetings, like for example, we do a sales meeting. A lot of times there's no agenda. It's very norm to go in and everyone starts presenting the past figures and everything. People don't send it out ahead and say, here, this is the past 1 month's performance and this is our projection before the meeting. So you already know what's going on, and when you go in, you go straight into the gist of it. People go in, define bit by bit, and then you, after 18-20 minutes, you're already bored of it already. Then only you start going into the important stuff. So eliminate time wastage. Also, don't be afraid to say no to a lot of tasks. Cut down on your social media.
Okay.
Even your emails, it said that you can actually, especially if you're not dealing sales, if you're just dealing with day-to-day going, you can actually tell people, hey, I'm going to be checking my emails like once a day only, or once in 2 days. So people know ahead. If they want to talk to Inky, something important, something not so important, they will email you on the days that you're going to be checking. If not, they'll just give you a call.
But I understand in a lot of corporate culture, right? They tend to CC almost everyone in the email. So how would you know whether it's important to read the email?
That's the thing. A lot of people don't practice proper prioritization. They practice safe communication. Like in hospital, we do all the investigation. Why? It's not that as though we want to actually investigate and diagnose a proper disease. We're trying to do to make sure that we've covered all the bases so that someone will not say, hey, did you check for that? And you say, oh, no, I didn't. So if he had that disease, you will probably be in trouble, or it will have legal implication. So a lot of wasted resources. So as much as you can, eliminate things which are time wastage. Like, if you are not someone who's going to be using social media very much, that generates the income, then cut back the time of checking social media during your work time.
Okay.
All right. Next, A is automation. Automation. So being able to do the things that you can do, but you don't do it.
Yeah. So basically, you're outsourcing stuff that.
Outsourcing.
Yeah. Okay. So you're basically outsourcing.
Right. So and that also works at a workplace. If you can train someone else to do what you do, you are able to eliminate yourself or automate the whole process without you being there, thereby freeing up your time to do other things which are more important. And lastly is L, or liberation, which basically just means you have to take the plunge to actually do it and detach yourself from your usual workplace.
Okay.
All right. So again, it doesn't apply to every single job, but it doesn't mean you can't apply it if you really want to. For example, let's say in my case, I do hair transplants. All right. It's a very physical task that requires me to be there. Now, I can do 5 patients a week at X amount, or I can do 1 patient a week at a VIP pricing.
Okay. Now I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That means that what you're doing is you are redefining success, or you're redefining your wealth, whereby you say, hey, I don't need to do so
much
cases. I just do 1 case.
Just do 1 case.
All right.
But you increase the value. I can charge a little bit extra. I do a lot more. I give more frills and everything, and there are less people coming to see me, but I only just do 1 rather than do 5 or 10. It gives me sufficient to achieve what I want. Not to say I want everything A to Z. If you want A to Z, then you have to work for it. So I thought it was rather interesting what he's trying to put. So in other words, what Tim Ferriss is trying to say is, it's not like as if he's saying that everyone is going to be able to achieve cutting down from 40 down to 4 and you're going to achieve everything that you want in life. No, he's basically trying to tell you is focus down to what is most important, what makes you happy and excited, and work for that. And then you realize that two things will happen. You do the things that you love and you have time for yourself. And I think it goes back to our previous topic, how we will actually go through life autopilot, and time just flies by. And lo and behold, before you know it, you realize that there's not much time left for yourself or for the people that you love.
That's true.
I think you've done well in you trying to automate some part of your life.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people struggle to do is you struggle to let go of stuff that you've learned, and then you don't trust other people. Example, you don't trust that other people can do the job as well as you.
Correct.
And you tend to hold on to it and you try and do everything. So when you try and do everything, that's when you realize you don't have time. And then it puts you at a very high stress mode. Because now you have to do everything from the important to the not so important part.
Plus you're double checking people's
work. So you need to be able to let go, you be able to automate, whether it's through technology automation or just delegate to someone. Train them, delegate. Of course, they might not be 100% of your quality, but from time to time audit their job, or from time to time just check in on them, right, to make sure they're as close to your level as possible. Then once you can do all that, then you can actually start to
free up
a lot of time. Yeah, when actually you realize one thing, when you free up a lot of time, right, the quality of your work actually improves.
Yes, correct. And when you have time for yourself and you are happy doing other things, the so-called mundaneness of your routine is actually bearable. It's actually bearable. A lot of time people are very unhappy in life is because they don't have time to do the things that they love.
That's right.
So you lose that happiness and you compensate by working harder, thinking that if I work harder now, someday I might be able to buy back time.
That's true.
Which you can never buy back. Can never buy back.
You're right.
No matter what.
You're right.
Right. So hope you guys found this interesting. 4-hour week again. It's not conventional. It's not for everyone. Number one,
it's not for every. I think
it's not for the conventional thinker.
Yeah, it's not for the conventional thinker, and not for the conventional occupation as well. Right. But however, if you have reached certain level, when you can start delegating, or you can start removing, you can eliminate some of the unwanted processes, then you can slowly work towards that. Maybe from 40 hours to 30 to 20, and it goes down from there.
Yeah. So actually, it's just that the definition of what you want to achieve has to be, you have to clearly define it, and you have to be very focused. You can't say I want everything and still only want to work 4 hours a week.
True.
Yeah, you can't have the best of everything. So you must really focus it down. So for example, let's say someone who's, let's say even a Grab driver, you could work 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week and you can make a decent amount of money. But if you say, all I want is to be able to pay off the car and have enough to do what immediately? Travel or to pay off certain loans or whatever. You can technically, you have to look for it and you have to gear towards it to get a high paying job or to do chartered tour. You see, if you do a fixed 4-hour or 6-hour job to bring someone on a tour, it sure beats being on the road for 8 to 10 hours a day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So this is book review. Tim Ferriss, 4-hour work week. Interesting way to redefine your life, your goals, and hopefully be more productive.
Yeah, and I'm sure you can get all, because it's one of the best sellers, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can get it from almost all the bookstores.
Yeah, you can even get it on audiobooks.
You can get it online as well.
Yeah, you can just even ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Can you just give a quick idea how to do a summary on ChatGPT?
Basically, what you do is you go on ChatGPT, all right? Then you just type in, you just tell ChatGPT, could you summarize this book by this author in 100 words or less? And then it generally summarizes for you very accurately.
Yeah. So that's using AI to your advantage.
Yeah.
Will it ever replace people?
I think it will eliminate a lot of mundane work job. all right, make people more productive actually.
Supposedly, right?
No, I wouldn't say supposedly. It will definitely make people more productive.
Yeah.
Whereby now you can do better quality stuff with your time, and it frees up a lot of your time so that you can go enjoy yourself.
There you go. Because a lot of it is paperwork.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Right. Share our content, drop us a line, a comment. Have you been able to cut down your 40-60 hour work week into something shorter, and how did you do it?
Yeah, and how many hours now do you work?
Yeah, and if you disagree, especially if you're a doctor, right, just let us know. Let's say, bullshit, you guys can't do
yes,
that.
You have to work 100 hours a week.
Yeah, then we'll do another series to say how you could have done it.
Correct.
Based on what you should be doing. But again, it's just for academic sake. Till then, we're signing off. Dr. Ali here on the Two Docs.
And Dr. Inky, have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.